Hi, lovelies. This is a meditation practice for the holy day of Yom Kippur, but can be practiced at any time during the year. Yom Kippur is the meta root of tshuva, returning to our authentic self, and forgiveness for the entire year. And this meditation is about forgiving each layer of ourself, because the Kabbalists teach on Yom Kippur the fifth level of the soul, known as the dimension of Yechida, the oneness, the interconnectedness, is revealed. But first, to get there, we have to release and let go of anything stuck that has been accumulated on those levels before. So we're going to move through the 5 layers of the soul together, letting go, letting God in, letting renewal in. And the main invitation here is to be honest with yourself, to be present with yourself. So for this day of forgiveness or at-one-ment, we can really tune into that place within us that is interconnected to all beings and is inherently connected to the divine. So to begin, I'll ask you to find a comfortable seat, or you can lay down. And you can always pause the video if you need more time, or if you need to slow down in a particular level. And anything that comes up, just know that you're in a safe, held container, in my presence, in our time together. And I'll invite you to bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your low belly. Feeling your feet on the earth if you're sitting up, or your back held by the ground if you're laying down. Softening the muscles of the face, melting the front body. So allowing in that supple, soft quality of the front body to receive forgiveness. Very gently, we'll bring to mind anything this year that we have done wrong in the level of our actions, our physical self. If we have acted out wrong, if we have done deeds that are against our values. This is the level of nefesh, the soul level known as the body, the physical, biological self that is our blood, our bones, our sinews, our tissues, our actions. So what on the level of nefesh needs forgiveness? And let's take 3 deep breaths, inviting in forgiveness into our nefesh, our biological, physical soul. Inhale, drawing in the fragrance of forgiveness into our body. Exhale, releasing resentment or hurt that the past misdeeds have caused. 2 more. Deep inhale, inviting in breath into the nefesh. And exhale, letting it go, following the breath all the way through the out-breath. Last one. Deep inhale into our nefesh, bringing in love and acceptance of our body. And exhale, any forgiveness that you'd like to offer your physical body. And if there's any shape or posture that can embody your prayer, what would it look like? Bringing the hands back to the heart and low belly, we'll move to the level of the ruach. Ruach is the soul level of our emotions. So even if we didn't step out of line or perform a negative deed or action, perhaps we had an emotional charge that is stuck, or negative emotions towards someone that needs to be cleared. Or perhaps we've misdirected our emotions towards the wrong person. So let's take 3 breaths, inviting in forgiveness towards our emotional self. Take a deep inhale into our ruach. Full exhale. Expanding forgiveness through our emotions. 2 more. Deep inhale. Lengthening exhale. Notice if there's any emotionality content stuck in your body. And let's take a breath into that. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Letting that remove, especially from the pockets of hurt in our heart. Can we let it go? And then offer a shape of forgiveness in the level of ruach. You don't have to think about it, but how does your body move into forgiveness? A gesture of letting go and letting God. And we'll come back to one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Moving into the next level of the soul, known as neshama, our soul of an intellectual life. So think about any ruminating thoughts that you've had this year. We're sending forgiveness to those unhealthy thought patterns, those negative critiques of others or self, those judgments, those rigid thoughts that are stuck and not serving you anymore. Let's take 3 breaths into the spaciousness of the mind, letting that go, clearing the cobwebs of the mind, and inviting in renewal. So you can even move the hands up to the level of the third eye. Let's take a deep inhale, opening the space between the hemispheres. We're clearing out heaviness. And exhale as we expand through the space of the mind. 2 more like that. Deep inhale. Forgiving those unhealthy thoughts. They were there to protect us, but now they're ready to be let go. Exhale, let them float away and find somewhere else to go. Last breath here. Deep inhale. Forgiveness of our mind and our rigid belief systems that have held us captive. And exhale, loosening, opening creativity into our mind. You can find a shape that represents freedom of the mind. And then we'll bring our hands back to somewhere on the body, letting them rest. Coming into the level of the soul known as the chaya, or our aura, our transcendent spiritual self. Perhaps this year we have forgotten that we're a soul. Perhaps we haven't given enough attention to our spiritual life. Maybe we've neglected our energy on some level or let it leak in the wrong places. Let's bring 3 breaths, forgiving the level of chaya and reinvigorating our aura with heightened, beautiful energy. Are we ready? Okay, deep inhale. Filling up past our body into our auric field, this beautiful soul surrounding us, animating us. Exhale, any hurt or resentment or releasing, letting go, letting God. 2 more like that. Deep inhale. Bringing life back into our soul, into our spiritual life. exhale the sensation of forgiveness. Forgive myself for not showing up for myself. Again, deep inhale, allowing in forgiveness into your soul. Maybe this is your life or intergenerational. Maybe it's ancestral. We're expanding past our limited self into the spiritual realms that need forgiveness. And exhale, coming back to self. And just bask in the light of your aura, the chaya, the life field that surrounds you, encompasses you with energy, with love, with desire for you to be here and be alive. And we'll bring both our hands to the heart, entering into the realm of Yechida, the soul of oneness, our essential self that is always pristine and pure and always connected to divine. This place is indestructible. We haven't been able to mar it or blemish it because it's always so pure. So we don't have to forgive here. We just get to travel into this deep place of our essence. Let's take 3 breaths at your own pace, following the pathway into yourself, your connection with divine, and the place that is connected to all beings and all things on this planet. 3 breaths at your own pace. Release your hands. Open your palms to receive the light of this holy day, the light of the infinite, the light of your soul, the medicine of forgiveness. Just bring your hands and bow towards the wisdom of your heart and your ability to redistribute energy through your body and resonate at a higher frequency of forgiveness. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a beautiful Yom Kippur and rest of your year.